In this video, I want to give you 5 solid lead gen ideas that we've implemented and used successfully to generate real estate leads. Hey guys, if you haven't met me yet, my name is Emmanuel. I am the founder and really chief talking head guy around here over at Square One Group. Really, our mission is to help you identify your expertise and then help you scale your real estate business using systems. That said, we got nothing to sell you. We make these videos because we want to try to bring in some new business. So if and when you do decide to scale your real estate business, you keep us in mind because we would love to work with you. All right, today I want to jam on with you about real estate lead gen. Super popular topic and probably one of the most searched phrases on YouTube. And I actually want to share with you 5 different strategies that we've used or I've used effectively to generate real estate leads. But before I get into this list, I first need to preface this by establishing some ground rules on how real estate lead gen works. Lead gen. Let's be completely honest here. It is not designed to generate qualified leads. And here's why. In order for a complete stranger to want to do business with you, they need to know who you are, they need to like you, and they need to trust you. So if your expectation is that you're going to run the gambit of all of these different strategies and expect 50 transactions by the end of this year, let's be completely frank, this is not how this game works. You see, once you get a lead's info, you really shouldn't be trying to pitch. Instead, you really need to focus on indoctrinating to create know, like, and trust. By the way, I made a really great video talking and breaking down quality leads. I'm going to leave the link to that one right here. But in any case, this video is about real estate lead generation strategies. So let me give you these top 5 that we've tried and executed and it's worked. All right, starting off with number 5, the VSL or the video sales letter. This can also be referred to as a webinar. Now, if you're not familiar with a VSL, typically this is a video that's designed to educate the consumer or the lead or the prospect about your service. These videos are typically about 15 to 20 minutes long and they really outline making you different and the benefits of working with you. Now, the way that you use a VSL strategy, real easy. You have to base the video or that content on a specific problem that the prospect is suffering from, and then you want to educate them on it. Actually, what we found is that they're very effective if you're planning to run video ads. But here's the key about the VSL. In order to make it work, you really need to base this topic, this piece of value that you're going to provide, on something that the public generally believes to be true, but you know is not. Great example, Zestimates. Then essentially from there, what you're gonna do is you're gonna use the VSL to shift the belief. So here's the plan. You're gonna create some quick video ad and you're gonna pattern interrupt an idea that funnels them into essentially a lead capture page that funnels them into the link to the VSL, the video, which is essentially where you're gonna be capturing and generating the leads from. Now, the pattern interrupt is super important because this is where you're going to be able to generate the click or the lead from. And that's because this pattern interrupt is essentially going to pique the initial interest of the prospect, and then you're going to use the video to shift the belief, and then from there, they're gonna want to learn more and potentially want to work with you. Okay, strategy number 4, the pillar post. So this is a really effective strategy if you're using something like Google Ads Search Network, for example. And the way the strategy works is like this, really based on providing value in written content. So what you're gonna need to understand, especially when it comes to using platforms like Google Ads Search Network, is that people are searching with the specific desire to look for something to answer a question that they're searching for. So for example, if someone's searching on how to get approved for a home loan if I'm a first-time buyer, then Google is going to present the most valuable, most relevant information at the top of the search results. But the key here is with paid ads, we're gonna be kind of above those top organic search results. And we wanna make sure that that valuable piece of information is good, if not better, than what's popping up organically. So what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to create a blog post essentially with high quality, valuable content that's actually providing the solution to that search query's intent. So using the example that I just mentioned a second ago, if the query is, how to get approved for a loan, as a first-time home buyer, then in the blog post or in that landing page, it wouldn't be some link to your website. It would be actually a written piece of value that breaks down how to get approved for a home loan if you're a first-time home buyer. But then you might be wondering like, well, how the heck are you gonna get the lead, right? Like, you're not really creating any type of lead capture trigger to be able to capture information. Well, here's the key about this page. You're doing this a little bit more passively. Number one is obviously at the bottom of this piece of value, this blog post, you're gonna add a call to action to work with you. But more specifically is that throughout this blog post, you're gonna create what are called lead magnets, or pieces of value that you can drip in that supplement the piece of value in the content that you're creating. So if this blog post is about first-time home buyers and getting approved, then maybe you're going to want to do a couple lead magnet PDFs or downloadable PDFs throughout, kind of sprinkled throughout that document, that are maybe guides on how to fix your credit, or how to afford a down payment, or how to save some money. And the reader, as they're reading through this document and finding this value, will automatically see all of these other lead magnets. It'll pique their interest, and if they want to download these guides, they're going to have to, essentially trade their contact information for the guide, and then you can send them the guide via an automated email. And then voila, you magically have a lead. All right, lead gen strategy number 3, and that is the Facebook group. This is a pretty easy one. It's pretty straightforward. Look, the average lead, they want to learn and educate themselves, but they want to do this on their own time. They do not want to be pitched to. So the idea behind creating a Facebook group is to create a community that's specifically teaching and empowering this lead on a thing that they don't really know about. So your play here is to provide the value inside of the Facebook group on a daily or weekly basis. That's going to just drip information to create know, like, and trust, and really help solve some problems or educate the potential lead with the content inside of this Facebook group. And this is how the lead strategy funnel works. So you're going to start with an ad, a Facebook ad. That's going to be advertising to join this free Facebook group that solves this very specific problem. Now, the key here is that you need to make the add a Facebook lead ad so that when they click it, you automatically capture their information. Once you capture their information, they're going to be redirected to a page which essentially is going to lead them into the Facebook group. And then voila, you have a new lead, and you also have someone that you're nurturing inside of a Facebook group. By the way, if you found value in this video so far, really appreciate it. Thumbs up, like, subscribe, the whole deal. Okay, number 2. This is to throw up one of your listings or an open house to a listing as a ad. This one is super straightforward as well, and very, very easy to set up. You're going to set up a Facebook ad, like the Facebook lead ad, like I mentioned earlier, and you're going to essentially capture their information before redirecting them to the landing page that has information about this open house or property. Okay, and last but not least, super highly effective lead gen strategy. It's number 1. It's what we use. It gives us the best and cheapest cost per lead. Highly, highly effective. Really, really powerful if you have the time to create it. And number 1 is actually creating what is called a lead magnet. A lead magnet is more than a fancy way of saying it's a PDF guide or a checklist or a document that provides massive value to your potential client. I talked about this briefly in the pillar post. You're essentially creating an ad to the actual asset. Now, the key with the lead magnet is that you're always going to want to try to think one step ahead of the intent of the lead. So here's a great example. Let's say that we wanted to focus on older homeowners who have parents that are, maybe making their way into, their end of life, to say candidly. Well, this lead magnet, it wouldn't be about estate planning or probate or anything like that. Actually, this lead magnet should be a level before that. Maybe this lead magnet could be something valuable like, hey, here are 10 things to do with your mom or dad if she's over 80 years old. You see, lead magnets, they work really well the lower you think on the intent level, and then from there, what you do is you nurture them until they become ready, and then when they do become ready, they end up becoming a client. And the key here is while you're waiting for them to become the client, you're gonna drip value on them. The nurture process is super duper important. Anyway, we talk more about this kind of stuff inside of our Facebook group. Leave me the link in the description below, and if you like this video, check out this one here.